Raw, 2-3. How are we all? It wasn't very sunny this morning, and now it's sunny. So, has it brightened up where you are? Because it wasn't in some places. Anyway, how are we all today? Mate, my tea. We're going to talk about influencing today. So, a little 10 minutes influencing, have a cup of tea, and a nice biscuit. So, that's what we're up to. Biscuits today. I've gone fruit shortcake, a little bit of variety. I haven't had one of these, I don't think, 27. So fruit shortcake. And I've obviously got a question for you. Where's everybody gone? People are dropping off. They're dropping off quicker than they're coming on. I've got a question, so I'll ask it again. But my question today, before we start, my question today is, what was the first biscuit that was eaten on the moon? The first biscuit eaten on the moon. That's the question today. Buzz Aldrin ate it. And I'm presuming he was in the capsule when he ate it and not actually on the moon, but I think the capsule was on the moon. So type in your answers. Where's everybody gone? There's quite a lot of people and now there's not. Where's everybody gone? So what biscuit was the first one eaten on the moon? So just type your answers in. First biscuit to be eaten on the moon. Don't disappoint me. I'm disappointed everybody's gone. Somebody's put the thumbs up. Ah, I'm still here. Good man. Where's everybody else gone, Crofty? Can you message them all, please? I might as well have just phoned you up. Oh no, kind of rich tea, carry chocolate chip cookie, right? They're flooding in now. Chocolate chip cookie's a good guess because he's American. So I can see why I've said that. That's a good guess, actually. Wrong, but a good guess. Rich tea, that's a classic biscuit, Kerry. Exactly what I'd expect. Garibaldi. Nice, yeah, good. Yeah. The old Garibaldi, that's a fine biscuit, squash fly biscuit. So we've got some guesses there. Crofty, what's your guess? There's got to be a ridiculous biscuit that you must be able to come up with. So everybody's like desperate to know. Are you just naming American biscuits now? I'll give you a clue. Actually, it's not an American biscuit. I would gamble that potentially someone has had one of these. It's a very popular UK biscuit, actually. So it's not a fruit shortcake either. Space cake. Oh, so close, Carly Cole. Digestive bourbon biscuits are the best, though. Not in the survey of biscuits, they're not, Kerry. There are other better biscuits. I believe it's McVitie's Chocolate Digestive is the UK's #1 biscuit. So, wow, these biscuits are chewy. I've got. Anyway, good, nice guessing. Good work. So today we're going to talk about influencing. The cream one. Is that even a biscuit? What, like custard creams? Custard creams, is that your guess? Or just a cream biscuit? You just typed 3 words randomly. Anyway, right, we're going to talk about influencing and what it is. And the first thing I just want to talk about, so just my camera there. The first thing is, what is influencing? Now, sometimes when people talk about influencing, not the other one, I can't even mention that. Influencing and persuasion, sometimes people kind of blur these together and say kind of, are they the same things? But they're very different things. So as an example, persuasion is done through logic and reason. So I can be persuaded through something, through kind of weight of evidence. So the example I always use here is like when I was learning to drive, and on the back of the highway codes, you used to get the braking distances. And it always seemed that, you know, if you were going at 70 miles an hour or whatever, it'd take you about 4 days to stop or something like that. And you kind of went, well, I can't believe that. I can't believe it's going to take that long. And then when I started to drive and there was no like ABS and all that kind of stuff, you put your foot on the brakes and you go, wow, you really do need this long. And I was convinced and persuaded through logic and reason, because I was experiencing it in the car, I need a lot more. Now, influence is something slightly different, because I can be influenced to almost do something that I know isn't correct. So anybody with kids out there, you know, when your kid goes to school, you talk about who's the influential kid. You know, I don't want my kid getting in with the wrong group because they could be influenced. even if they know something's wrong. And we're influenced by so much, by the weather. I mean, the scenario that we find ourselves in at the moment can influence our mood quite heavily. So it's external things. So influence is by a person or a thing. So when it's dark in the morning, you have to get up into work and go home in the dark. And goes, oh, I'm so tired because so our weather influences us. People influence us. Probably bought clothes off of a well-known website. Some people, in fact, stands for as seen on screen. So we're influenced by what other people wear. People have their hair cut to look like somebody else. So all of these things are influences. Now, how can we do it at work? Now, I've spoken about like brand and networking. Those things will help your influence levels. So if you build yourself a strong brand, people will want to follow you. So they're more likely to do things that you want to do because they see you as correct, as successful, as fun, whatever that is. But if your brand is strong, then people will be influenced by your brand. Now, if you're meeting some people sometimes for the first time, it's about trying to build a little bit of rapport. So take a genuine interest in the other person, understand them, find out what they enjoy, use the language that they use, but make a real, and we talk about build rapport, and we just go, yeah, just build a bit of rapport. But it can be simple things like just smiling at people, by looking at people, by using people's names. If we meet them more than once, it's about remembering key facts about them that we can bring into the conversation. And that kind of influences you. You feel warm towards that person. Genuinely listen to the other person when they're speaking. Repeat back what they say. All these things come into active listening. But recognize emotion when they're speaking as well and replay that back. So that can be things around, I can see that's frustrating for you. I can see you're excited about the possibility. So these kind of words, so recognize the emotion and refer it back to them. Your body language, keep it open. I've said this before, but we want the hands open. It's not natural for me to do it up here. But if I was just that bit further back, it's much better if we can keep our hands open and you can show this bit. If anybody's got a cat, if a cat rolls on their back in front of you, tickle their tummy, that's because the cat is relaxed and confident with you. Humans are very much the same. Humans used to walk on all fours, then they stood up, which is great, but this bit is exposed. So if that bit's exposed, shows openness. We can smile, we can flash eyebrows, those things will work. Share the benefits. What are the benefits of your idea? And equally, what are the benefits to the person you're trying to influence? So the mutual benefit as well. There's sometimes business benefits, but link them to the individual. Because they will consciously or subconsciously be asking things like, what's in it for me? So that's the important thing. What is that reason? Check their point of view with questions. So if you ask them things, check how they're feeling about it. Is it resonating with them? Have they got challenges? Have they got disagreements? But make it a two-way thing. Other simple things that you could do, you could even just read a good book about a key influencer. That's a good thing. Everybody knows Carnegie's How to Be Influential. So I certainly wouldn't argue with things like that. Be an expert on something. So be an expert. Learn to be known for excellence at something, whether it's a skill, whether it's a business knowledge, and then people will come back to you and ask more. Trust your intuition on people. We are intuitive beings, and it's often correct. So follow your gut, both on ideas and people you're trying to influence, I think. And that links a little bit with your emotional intelligence, which we've spoken about previously here. And finally, that things are like your words. What words you use? Because we can be influenced by certain words, like power words, like guarantee, will, definitely. Things like profit, increase or decrease, depending on what we're trying to influence people with, will all be things that will help influence people. The language you use. Lighter words like maybe, could, not sure. These things drift off, and that's not what we want. You package the positive words, the positive stance, how you look, how you enter a room, the body language you display, the build of rapport can help influence that person. Again, I've used this before, but think about, so who am I influenced by? People, who influences me? People who understand me, people who have similar interests to me, They're the people that I want to be influenced by. So move in that circle of people where you'll know, where you can build rapport easily, and that can build yourself a little network, which will then create a motion for your idea. So gather supporters and then take your idea to the table. But certainly make sure what you stand for, believe in it, and pitch your idea confidently. Practice it out loud. Row of teddy bears, row of pets, but practice it out loud. If you want to pitch a statement, say it out loud. Now, some of these things can just help in influence. There's not a magic pill. I can't say to you, if you do these 4 things, you will be a great influencer. It's built over a whole period of time by build up of these kind of interpersonal skills. But remember, it's not a hard thing like persuasion or logic. Although people can be convinced by that, often influence is the softer skills that people often look for and admire. But even from the moment that you walk in a room, that is how you can start influencing people. Right. That's just a quick 10 minutes there for us. Next Tuesday, what I thought we'd talk about is empowerment. It's a real hot topic for managers, and it's a hot topic even more because of what we're going through at the moment, where people have to be empowered to work on their own. So that's what we're going to tackle next Tuesday. So my thing that I'm going to end with today is, what was that biscuit that was first eaten on the moon by Buzz Aldrin? And it was, and the correct answers come up, it was the bourbon. So Buzz agrees with you, Kerry, that bourbons are the best. And bourbons are pitched now as the first biscuit to be eaten on the moon. So with that, I'll leave you with my tea. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.